Hello again. This time I'm going to be reading a nursery story or fairy tale called The Three Little Pigs. There was an old sow with 3 little pigs, and as she had not enough to keep them, she sent them out to seek their fortune. The first that went off met a man with a bundle of straw, and said to him, "Please, man, give me that straw to build me a house," which the man did, and the little pig built a house with it. Presently came along a wolf, and knocked at the door, and said, little pig, let me come in." To which the pig answered, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." And the wolf said to that, "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in, and he ate the little pig up. Bacon. The second little pig met a man with a bundle of sticks, and he said, "Please, man, give me those sticks to build a house," which the man did, and the pig built his house. Then along came the wolf and said, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and at last he blew the little house down, and he ate the little pig up. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks, and he said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build a house with." So the man gave him the bricks, and he built his house with them. So the wolf came as he did to the other little pigs, and he said, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." Well, he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, but he could not get the house down. When he found that he could not, with all his huffing and puffing, blow the house down, he said, little pig, I know where there's a nice field of turnips." "Where?" said the little pig.
"Oh, in Mr. Smith's farm, and if you will be ready tomorrow morning, I shall call for you, and we will go together and get some for dinner."
"Very well," said the little pig. "I will be ready. What time do you mean to go?"
"Oh, at 6 o'clock.
Well, the little pig got up at 5 and got the turnips before the wolf came, which he did about 6.
He said, little pig, are you ready?"
The little pig said, "Ready? I've been and come back again, and I got a nice potful for dinner." The wolf felt very angry at this, but thought that he would be up to the little pig somehow or other, so he said,
little pig, I know where there's a nice apple tree."
"Where?" said the pig.
"Down at Mary Garden," replied the wolf, "and if you will not deceive me, I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow and get some apples."
Well, the little pig bustled up the next morning at 4 o'clock, and he went for the apples, hoping to get back before the wolf came, but he had further to go, and he had to climb the tree, so that just as he was coming down from it, he saw the wolf coming, which, as you may suppose, frightened him very much. When the wolf came up, he said,
"Little pig, what? Are you here before me? Are they nice apples?"
"Very," said the pig. "I'll throw you down one." And he threw it so far, while the wolf was gone to pick it up, the little pig jumped down, ran home. And the next day the wolf came again, and he said to the pig,
"Little pig, there is a fair at Shanklin this afternoon. Will you go?"
"Oh, yes," said the pig. "I will go. What time shall you be ready?"
"At 3, said the wolf.
So the little pig went off before his time, as usual, got to the fair, bought a butter churn, which was when it was time to go home with. He saw the wolf coming, and then he could not tell what to do. So he got into the churn to hide. And by so doing, he turned it round and rolled it down the hill with the pig in it, which frightened the wolf so much that he ran home without going to the fair. He went to the little pig's house, told him how frightened he had been by a great round thing that came down the hill past him. And the little pig said, "Ha! I frightened you then. I had been to the fair and bought a butter churn, and when I saw you, I got into it and I rolled down the hill." Then the wolf was very angry indeed, and he declared that he would eat up the little pig, and that he would get down the chimney after him. When the little pig saw what he was about, he hung on the pot full of water and made a blazing fire. Just as the wolf was coming down, he took off the cover, and in fell the wolf. So the little pig put on the cover again, and in an instant boiled him up and ate him for supper. And he lived happily ever after. There are lots of different versions of the Three Little Pigs. And again, I think there's a lot of things that you can do with it. So my challenge for you today is to go outside, find 3 different building materials, build 3 different pig houses, see which one lasts longer, check it every day, see if it's been occupied by something. Or you could use some graphing paper. Design a perfect house for a pig or for yourself. Cut out pieces and put little furniture bits and move them around. See what you can do. Have a lot of fun with it. And then I want you to think about David Weissman's book, The 3 Pigs. Do you remember how in that story the 3 pigs get blown out of their own book and they enter other stories? Well, each time David Weissner drew the pigs, he made them look a little different. So my challenge is for you to draw 3 things, 3 of the same things, but make them look different. Use a different style. How would Van Gogh draw them? How would Salvador Dali draw them? I mean, there's so many different artists you could choose from. Think about Frida Kahlo. How would she draw them? All right. Those are my ideas for your makerspacing today. I hope you're still having a great time. I hope you're getting a lot of learning in. I miss you guys a whole lot. Stay healthy, have fun, keep reading.